안녕하세요, Maty. That's all I know. So what's up? I am currently editing a video that will probably be posted by the time this is all done. Your computer is restarted. Okay, cool. I typically try to make my videos a little more on the funny side, so I'm not really ever that serious in them. But I decided to kind of just, you know, make this video a little bit more serious, because it's a thing I'm comfortable talking about, but I typically don't really bring up with anybody anymore because it's really difficult for other people to kind of understand where I'm coming from. But I have depression. I'll just come right out and say that. Depression, anxiety. My anxiety has gotten a lot better over the years. Typically a lot of people with anxiety, it doesn't really go away, which anxiety never really goes away. I'll say that right now. It never goes away. You constantly have it. I still have panic attacks occasionally. But it has gotten a lot better. It first showed itself when I was about 18, 19, and I would have panic attacks in the freezer at work while I was working, and it was really difficult just to be able to function, because I would walk in somewhere that I was just slightly uncomfortable with and automatically just have a panic attack. I had so much anxiety to the point where I was making myself physically ill. I would go somewhere and I would have to pull over on the side of the road and throw up because it was just making me so sick. I do have panic attacks every once in a while, but it's not as bad. I'm able to kind of, you know, calm down, especially with the traveling a lot, and, you know, getting on planes and stuff helped a lot. The depression, on the other hand, that started up about the same time. It would have been okay to deal with if they didn't like punch me in the face right around the same time. Kind of hit me all at once, and it wasn't exactly the best time of my life. It still isn't the time of my life. My early 20s, late teens, but early 20s, I'm freaking 23. I'm still in my early 20s. It was just a really, really, really difficult time. I had a lot of things happening in my life, you know, like boyfriends, I think it was when I was 21, was probably the hardest time, between like 19 and 21. I went through a period of just things not working out. My dog passed away. I just wasn't quite able to figure out what was going on in my life. So it kind of made me just cuddle up in a hole and not want to do life. I went through a period recently where I was going through a breakup that kind of, I didn't see it coming. And then after getting dumped, I found out who that guy really was, and he wasn't exactly the best of catches. It was hard. I quit my job the week of getting dumped, like right before getting dumped. So I was sitting there, you know, nobody to talk to but like my few friends, which thank you to the friends who stuck with me through that. That really helped. But you know, I didn't have that person that I was so used to talking to, and that person that made me happy. And I didn't have a job, so it wasn't keeping me busy. So I went 2 weeks like not eating, not wanting to go out, not wanting to talk to anybody. I finally would force myself to go to the gym. I would force myself to go hang out with my friends and go eat. But really hard to explain to people how depression works, especially to the people who especially to the people who don't have it. So they kind of are just like, it's really frustrating when you sit there and tell somebody's like, I am depressed, I have depression, like I want to sit in my room. And you know, you get those people that are just like, oh, be happy, you know, just look at the positive side, just, you know, have fun in life, just do whatever you want, like everything's okay, you don't need to be sad, everybody has depression. You know, it's everybody has depression to a point, I agree. But it's like when people say, oh, just be happy, be positive, you know, it's kind of really hard to explain to people how it works, because it's not so much just like, oh, I'm sad. It's that feeling of being empty inside, and that feeling of you're not good enough and nobody likes you kind of thing, when people do like you. But it's just really difficult to explain it, because it's a very, very, very difficult thing to explain. You know, you can go around and smile and be happy and laugh, but as soon as you get home behind closed doors, it's a totally different story, and you just want to curl up and die, pretty much. You just want to, like, you know, you want to be alone. You don't want to talk to anybody about it, because they're just gonna tell you to be happy. It's just that feeling of being lost. It goes throughout the entire day, and it just makes you feel like shit. You feel like shit the entire day. You know, you start basically just telling yourself that you're worthless, you're nothing, when it's like, it's not true. You know it's not true. I know it's not true. I know I'm not worthless. I know I'm not a piece of shit. I know I'm not a terrible human being. But it's just, for some reason, I have that gut feeling. So I sit and basically tear myself apart. No matter what I do, I can't help it. When it's like, I know it's not true. I know I have people who love me. I know, like, my life will be good. Even if I'm in a hard point, like if I don't have a job, if I don't have a boyfriend, whatever. I don't care about boyfriends right now, honestly, because boyfriends are just stressful and they're stupid. But, like, I have to keep telling myself everything's gonna get better. Like, going through the breakup, I told myself, like, every day, it's like, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get better, like, things are gonna be good. And honestly, I've gotten over it, and I feel, mentally, I feel good. But it's still just, like, it's still always there that I'm worthless. People really think depression is that you just want to cry all the time, which is not. Which, I can be happy, I can tell jokes, I can smile and, like, have fun. But it's still in the back of my head, that feeling of just being empty, and that feeling of just wanting to curl up and not do anything. So it is so hard to explain. And I got to the point where, like, I don't particularly like bringing it up, because then people are like, oh, you're sad all the time, or they're like, oh, let me help you, cheer you up. Like, there's no way of cheering me up, because it's, you know, I can sit there and smile and laugh and joke with you, and you would never know that behind that smile I'm still hurting. Like, everything's okay. I'm not suicidal. I'm not taking medication for it, because I've seen people take medication for this kind of thing, and it completely turns them into a totally different person, and I'd rather stay who I am. You know, I'll be happy in my life. It's just making myself get to that point. For those who don't understand what it feels like, it's not constantly being sad. It's not constantly wanting to cry. You never laugh at anything. You're always straight faced and just upset all the time. It's just an empty feeling. You get used to it. I just spit everywhere. Yeah, I'll have breakdowns. I'll have mental breakdowns, and I joke about it. I'll make jokes about having depression. I'll make jokes about an existential crisis, and, you know, having breakdowns and just wanting to have a panic attack, and I'll make jokes about wanting to die, but I never actually want to die. It sucks, but I never get to the point where it's like, I can't live like this. Like I've had a couple of points, like when I was going through breakups and I was unemployed and I couldn't get a job and I had nothing. You know, I was saying to myself, I can't do this. But I also told myself, you're strong. You can do this. If you can get through the hardships you have gotten through already, if you can get through troubled waters now, you can get through anything. And I look at, you know, suicide or anything as a cop-out. Like, I look at it as just giving up. But I do understand that there are people out there who, you know, they can't take it anymore. It hurts so bad that they cannot physically take this pain anymore, because it does physically harm you. I had time there where I was, you know, losing my hair, I was losing weight, I wasn't eating, so it does physically hurt you. But I feel like you can get through it. I don't know what you're going through, the people watching this, I don't know what you're going through, but I feel it gets better. You're being bullied, that 10 years from now, they're not going to remember you. I was bullied in high school, and I look at it now, it's like, I mean, that person's a meth addict on the street, but, like, nobody remembers it. In the end, like, they won't remember. You know, people are dicks. People are assholes, okay? People are absolute assholes. And honestly, nobody has the right to walk up and be like, you're ugly. Like, yeah, well, your personality is ugly and that makes you f***ing hideous. But it gets better. You know, you have those days that absolutely suck. And you have those days where you just want to curl up in a ball and die. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep, take a nap. Tomorrow's a new day. Everything will get better. No matter what is going on in your life, there will be a day that you will look back and think, wow, I made it. I made it through the storm. I made it through my hardships. I made it through everything. And you'll look back and think, man, I'm glad that, you know, I didn't do anything stupid to keep this from happening. I understand that there are things that happen that just you cannot take. You're in so much pain that you cannot take it anymore, and I understand that. But there's some people that, you know, do it as a cop-out. Like, my boyfriend dumped me, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, don't. There's somebody out there waiting for you who is gonna treat you like the god you are. God, goddess, whatever. I believe there's somebody for everybody. I believe the whole, you know, two hearts come as one. I believe the whole, there's fate, there's somebody for everybody. Give it time, because it heals. The pain goes away. Put on some, you know, gangster rap music and be the badass you are, because in the end, everything's gonna be okay. Take care of yourself. I believe that taking care of yourself comes first. It's a selfish thing to say, but I believe it. You know, just don't focus on other people, because that ends up tearing you apart more than anything. That's my only tip, is just, you know, make yourself happy. Depression sucks. Anxiety sucks. Any mental illness sucks. And people who don't have it don't understand, but people who do have it, you can get through it. If you're feeling depressed, get up, you know, go to the gym, go to work, go take a walk. You're the only one that can protect yourself. You're the only one that can make yourself feel better. But, you know, thank you so much for watching. And if anything I said could kind of help you, you know, let me know. I'm always an open ear. I know a lot of people say that, like, oh, you can always talk to me, but, like, seriously, you can, like, shoot me a message on Instagram or anything, and I will always be, like, I'm literally always right next to my phone. So you can always just like shoot me a message, be like, hey, saw your video, I know the feeling, can I talk to you about it? Like, yeah, like this video if you want more. If you want more videos kind of serious like this, then I can do my best. I tend to like to be a little more funny though. If you want more videos, give it a big thumbs up. I will be coming out with more here soon, though it'll be funny, don't worry. Thank you for watching and letting me spill my guts a little bit. I will be, and 안녕. I'm gonna stop.